Glory to God the Father and Son Yeshua Messiah. Daniel 1. Daniel is taken to Babylon. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim king of Yehuda, Nebuchadnezzar king of Babel came to Jerusalem and laid siege to it. And Adonai handed Jehoiakim king of Yehuda over to him, along with some of the articles from the house of God. He took them to the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, and placed the articles in the storehouse of his God. The king ordered Ashpenaz, the eunuch serving as his chief officer, to bring into the palace from the people of Israel some of royal or noble descent. They were to be boys without physical defect, handsome in appearance, versed in all kinds of wisdom, quick to learn, discerning, and having the capacity to serve in the king's palace, and he was to teach them the language and literature of the custom. The king assigned them a daily portion of his own food and the wine he drank, and they were to be cared for in this way for 3 years. At the end of this time they were to become the king's attendants. Among these, from the people of Yehuda, were Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael and Azariah. The chief officer gave them other names. To Daniel he gave the name Belteshazzar, to Hananiah, Shadrach, to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah, Abednego. Faithfulness of Daniel in Babylon. But Daniel resolved that he would not defile himself with the king's food or the wine he drank, so he asked the chief officer to be excused from defiling himself. God caused the chief officer to be kind and sympathetic toward Daniel. However, the chief officer said to Daniel, "I'm afraid of my lord the king. After all, he has given you an allowance of food and drink, so if he were to see you boys looking worse than the others your age, you would be putting my own head in danger from the king." Then Daniel said to the guard whom the chief officer had put in charge of Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael and Azariah, "Please, try an experiment on your servants. For 10 days have them give us only vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then see how we look, and compare us with how the boys who eat the king's food look, and deal with your servants according to what you see." He agreed to do what they had asked and gave them a 10-day test. At the end of 10 days they looked better and more robust than all the boys who were eating the king's food. So the guard took away their food and the wine they were supposed to drink, and gave them vegetables. The king finds favor with Daniel. To these 4 boys God had given knowledge and skill in every aspect of learning and wisdom. Moreover, Daniel could understand all kinds of visions and dreams. When the time the king had set for them to be presented came, the chief officer presented him to Nebuchadnezzar. And when the king spoke with him, none was found among all of them to compare with Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael and Azariah. So they entered the king's service. And in all matters requiring wisdom and understanding, whenever the king consulted them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and exorcists in his entire kingdom. So Daniel remained there until the 1st year of King Koresh.